I want to start by asking you to think about someone you deeply admire. Perhaps it's a leader in your field, a public figure who's made a difference. Ask yourself, or maybe someone close to home, a mentor, a family member, a friend. And ask yourself, what is it about that person that commands your respect? Is it their accomplishments alone? Their talents, their heights that they've achieved? Or is it something more? In most cases, what truly earns our lasting admiration goes beyond mere achievement. It's not just what they've accomplished, but how they've done it and who they've been along the way. Today, I want to explore a simple yet profound truth, which is ability may take you to the top, but it's character that keeps you there. We live in a world that celebrates ability. From an early age, we're taught to develop our skills, to excel, to stand out. And we admire technical brilliance, creative genius, and exceptional talent. And rightly so, ability matters. It's the rocket fuel that propels careers. It builds businesses, creates innovation. Think about the moments in your own life when abilities open doors for you. Perhaps it was acing the interview or developing a breakthrough project or developing a skill that set you apart from others. I remember when I started my career, my technical skills and work ethic helped me rise fairly quickly. I could solve problems faster than my peers. I developed results that got noticed. My ability created opportunities that might otherwise have remained closed. The world rewards ability with promotions, with raises, with recognition and influence. Ability can indeed take you to impressive heights. But here's where the story takes an interesting turn. History and contemporary life are filled with the cautionary tales of highly capable people who reach the summit only to come crashing down. The talented executives brought down by ethical lapses, the brilliant analyst whose careers imploded due to character flaws, the innovative entrepreneur whose leadership couldn't sustain their own vision. Why does this happen so consistently throughout history? It's because character is what happens when no one is watching. I want to say that again. Character is what happens when no one is watching. It's the choices you make when temptation whispers that just this once, it won't matter. It's how you treat people who can do nothing for you. It's the promises you keep when they become inconvenient. It's the difference, let's say, between someone who looks at others and only looks at what they can get, as opposed to treating the doorman the same way that you treat the CEO. Warren Buffett once said it takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. Those 5 minutes are character moments, decision points where you determine who you are and what you will do. Character has several dimensions that become increasingly critical as you rise to positions of great influence. We're going to review them. First, there's integrity, the alignment between your words and your actions, your public and your private life. People with integrity don't need to remember what vision of the truth they told or to whom. Second, there's humility. The recognition that your success depends on others and that you always have more to learn. Humility isn't thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less. And there is a difference. Third, my personal favorite, is resilience. The capacity to withstand setbacks and pressures without compromising your values. Your character is most revealed not during success, but during struggle. And fourth, there's empathy. The ability to understand others' perspectives, to treat people with dignity and respect regardless of their status. Let me share a story that illustrates the principle. Consider the contrasting stories of two leaders in the financial industry. The first rose quickly based on exceptional analytical abilities and innovative investment strategies. Their fund grew exponentially, attracting significant capital and media attention. But as pressure mounted, this leader began cutting ethical corners, hiding risks from clients, misleading investors about returns, prioritizing short-term gains at all costs. Eventually, these character flaws caught up with them. Key members left, regulatory investigations began, and what looked like unstoppable success crumbled into disgrace. The second leader also possessed remarkable financial acumen, but paired it with unwavering integrity. When faced with tough decisions, they chose transparency over expediency. They built teams based on mutual respect rather than fear. They admitted mistakes and learned from them. When markets crashed and things occurred, their clients remained loyal. Stakeholders trusted their judgment. And their firm navigated difficulties that bankrupted many competitors. What separated these leaders wasn't ability. They were both exceptionally talented. It was character. We see this pattern repeatedly across the financial world. Consider Ray Dalio, the founder of Bridgewater Associates, quite possibly the largest hedge fund in the world. Despite his tremendous financial expertise, Dalio attributes his lasting success not to investment prowess alone, but to creating a culture of radical transparency and intellectual honesty. I recommend, if you haven't, read his book. It's fantastic. His principles emphasize character traits like humility and integrity as essential to sustainable achievement. Look at John Bogle, the founder of Vanguard, who could have structured his company to maximize his personal wealth, but instead chose a client-owned structure that better served investors. This character-driven decision to prioritize clients over personal gain helped to build one of the most trusted brands in finance, still today. In contrast, consider figures like Bernie Madoff, whose considerable financial abilities created short-term success, but whose character flaws led to one of the largest frauds in financial history, destroying countless lives in the process. There's a compelling reason why character sustains success. It builds trust, and trust is the currency that never devalues. When people trust you, they give you the benefit of the doubt during bad times and difficult mistakes. They follow you through uncertainty, understanding that your vision is clear. They tell you hard truths you need to hear sometimes. And they become partners in your vision rather than just employees or associates or fair weather friends. They remain loyal when competitors try to lure them away. Character also provides clarity and consistency in decision making. People with strong character don't need to recalculate their moral position with each new situation. Their North Star remains fixed. Perhaps most importantly, character provides resilience through inevitable storms. When you reach the top of any field, you'll face challenges that no amount of ability can overcome. Market shifts that render your expertise completely valued. Competitors who can match your progress or success, they can exceed your capabilities. Personal, professional crises that test your foundations. The weight of increased responsibility and scrutiny. In these moments, character becomes your bedrock. The foundation that prevents collapse when ability alone proves insufficient. The good news is that there isn't an either-or position. We don't have to choose between developing our abilities or strengthening our character. The most transformative leaders integrate both. So how do we cultivate this powerful? First, invest as purposefully in character development as you do in skill development. Read widely about ethical leadership. Seek mentors who exemplify the character traits you admire. Second, build accountability structures. Surround yourself with people who will tell you the truth about your blind spots and challenges when you stray from your principles. And third, practice making character-based decisions in small moments. Character is built through consistent choices over time, not grand gestures or moments. And as you leave here today, I encourage you to reflect on your own journey. Your abilities have likely brought you to success so far, perhaps even taken you to the top in certain areas of life. But it will be your character that determines whether you remain there, whether your influence grows or diminishes over time, and ultimately, what legacy you leave behind. I wish to say that I dedicate this message to my children, and thank you all.